What's up, Pokemon fans? My name is Blaze. On today's episode, just like I promised, we're going to be playing Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and if I win, I'm going to watch Detective Pikachu, and after I watch it, I will provide my insight and analysis, and I'll tell you what I thought about the movie. I've heard it's pretty good, actually. As far as gaming movies go, I've heard it's a pretty good flick, so I'm excited to watch it. I've actually never seen it, believe it or not, and that's crazy, right? Because, you know, I like video games and I like movies, and it's kind of weird that I haven't seen this video game related movie, but I am excited to watch it and see what it's all about, and I'm only going to do that if I can win on Smash Ultimate Online. So let's go ahead and switch over to Smash Ultimate, and it's only fitting, honestly, that we play as the electric mouse himself, Pikachu. Now, of course, we gotta play as a different skin Pikachu. We could be Lucha Libre. We could be, I like this one, I think. The Bandana Chew. I don't know what you call him. But as you can see, I've never played Pikachu before, ever. He's considered by most to be like top tier, and I've never bothered to pick him up and try him. He was my main in Super Smash 64. So we'll see if I can remember some of the cool things I used to do with Pikachu, or if it even if those skills carry over. I don't even know. But that's what we're doing today. Hopefully we don't get too many losses, and let's go. First match with the Sephiroth. But yeah, I actually have some experience fighting Sephiroth. Oh jeez. Oh jeez, I'm actually gonna lose this one. I'm gonna lose a lot. I don't even care. Alright, Donkey Kong's probably gonna be a little bit easier, I hope. Here's the thing about Pikachu. I don't know what I'm doing. Whoops. What is happening? What? We got it. Yes! Yeah, let's go. Oh, that would have been dope. Uh-oh. This is gonna come down to the wire, dude. Really? Thank you. I got that coveted 69%. This is gonna happen right now. Here it goes. Okay, this time I'm going to win. It's K Rool. I fought so many K Rools, and I literally know exactly what to do to them every time.
So that was a fucking lie.
I'm not gonna make any promises.
Wow.
Well, it's official. I'm trash with Pikachu. This might be the same guy. I didn't pay attention. But yeah. It wasn't supposed to happen this way. I mean, sure. Sure. Okay. Yeah. I fell asleep? No way! Really? Here we go. Oh! Finally! Let me switch scenes back here so we can, so I can open it for you. Yeah, so this is Detective Pikachu. I'm gonna play it in the old DVD player. I guess there's a Pokemon card in here too. So if you're a Pokemon player, and I am, this is the Pokemon card, the Detective Pikachu card. It's got Coffee Break and Corkscrew Punch. And Coffee Break heals 30 damage from the Pokemon. Corkscrew Punch does 20 damage. So, that's cool. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of nice to have it as like a collector's item or whatever. But let me go ahead and watch the movie, and then I'll tell you what I think. Let's go.
2 hours later.
So, funny thing happened tonight. Every match that I played was against some form of a try-hard character. I don't know what is going on tonight with playing online, but I literally could not talk and play at the same time. So, I played like 5 matches trying to talk about this movie, and I got demolished by people 5 times in a row. So, we're going to go ahead and just watch replays of matches I played after those matches where I won, and you know, I'll comment on some of the things that happened throughout, but it was embarrassing. So we're not going to do live matches tonight. Here's the first match that I saved. I want you guys in the comments below to do me a huge favor. Tell me what GSP you think this Greninja is, and at the end of the video, I will reveal the answer. But let's go ahead and watch this replay, and I'll talk about Detective Pikachu. So, I think overall, Detective Pikachu was actually... It was a good movie. I didn't have any real, like, major issues with it, and I think, you know, from a video game movie perspective, yes, there's always apprehension, there's always, like, some kind of, like, uh-oh, this is going to be a problem kind of a thing. Because, you know what, it could be bad, and I think that the way that they approached this movie was actually not bad. One of the things I like the most about the movie is the world that they built. I think they took this, they did like this new region, sort of, this new area, this new city, 20 years after the experiments on Mewtwo, which I think the city looked cool, like the Neo Tokyo city that they had when Tim went in to investigate his father's death. I think that was cool. I think the city looked awesome. I think the environments that they went to, it really kind of started to ask the question of, like, you know, in a real world scenario, you would see Pokemon everywhere, right? There'd always be trainers. And what would that look like if it was in like a real life, you know, situation? You know, our hero, our protagonist here, Tim, is an insurance salesman, which is something you don't really think about when you're playing Pokemon, is that these people would have to have jobs, right? And when it comes to like things like, you know, the video games, they're much smaller scale for the most part. Like, there's maybe 3 or 4 houses in a village, but when you watch the anime, it's like they have these bustling cities, and they would have to be other jobs for other people. So, you know, that is what it is. But I thought that was cool, the way that they built that. I like the way that they built the Pokemon mystery, as far as, like, you know, it's a mystery story, like a whodunit, or what actually happened. Like, you peel back these facts and you try to figure out what's going on in the story. And they did that around Pokemon. So if you know Pokemon, then you kind of, you know, you're familiar with the kinds of things Pokemon can do. And they have like almost this like limitless like mystery bag to pull things out of. So I like the way they pieced everything together with using Mewtwo and using Pikachu. And for a minute there, I was thinking that the whole like merging Pokemon with people thing didn't really seem to make sense. But then again, I thought about Pokemon Red and Blue when Bill literally merged himself with a Pokemon. So that's real, I guess. That's canon to the series. It's not anything that's out of the ordinary. I thought it was weird though when the main villain put himself into Pokemon's body and his body stayed there. But when Mewtwo did it to everyone else, their body was absorbed into the Pokemon. That was kind of a strange thing. But I think that the mystery around the whole Pokemon mystery story is actually cool, because you can do different things that you couldn't normally do in like a normal, you know, mystery kind of a thing. So I thought that was cool. I was a little worried about Ryan Reynolds being the voice of Detective Pikachu, but because I feel like he always does like his Ryan Reynolds thing. Like he's just got a specific style to how he approaches roles and the way he delivers lines. I don't think that there was any I don't think there's anything wrong with the way he did it. Though I think I would have preferred a more serious take. Like, I don't think that he was bad necessarily. I just felt like he was being Ryan Reynolds, and I think that it was toned down a great deal, but I felt like he was still just being Ryan Reynolds, and I think that's the only thing I wish that maybe he had changed. Maybe he had tried to approach that role a little bit differently and just be a little bit like, maybe just try not being Ryan Reynolds, for once. But it was fine. I didn't, at the end of the day, I didn't have any problems with it. I didn't expect him to be the father, though. At the end, I thought that was something at first I thought was going to be was weird, but it worked. I mean, it was fine, and it made sense. I think it wrapped everything up nicely. I love the visual effects. I think that the visual effects in this movie were incredible. Like, they had like the holographic stuff where they like they showed you what happened at the car crash while Tim was in that guy's office. That was cool. Like, that was really cool. And the way everything came together, just awesome. And then I like the way that all the Pokemon looked too. Some were a little bit weirder than others, but I think most of them looked really good. So, I gotta say the visual effects in this movie really stood out, and I'm glad they did it. I'm really glad that they went that direction with everything. So, I also like that the story was kind of a sequel to Mewtwo Strikes Back. They had mentioned that those events in Mewtwo Strikes Back, or at least the event of Mewtwo breaking out of the laboratory after being created, happened 20 years ago. So you see him again here, and he's he's not super happy with that's a good gimp. He's not super happy with humanity, but he knows that there are some good people, and he did what he could to do the right thing. Unlike this little Mac who just SD'd off the side with his nice side B. That'll happen. This is a different little Mac, by the way. I fought 2 in a row. But no, I think I also like the credits. I'm sorry, let me go back. I think I liked Mewtwo in this movie. I thought he was a cool character, and I think that the way he looked was awesome, and just the fact that more humans were trying to use him to be something, to be a puppet, just like he's always been afraid of and he's always hated. I thought that was cool. I love the credits. I love the way that the anime credits came in, and you got to hear the song again, and you got to see like all these like really cool like graphics that came up for all the characters. That was awesome. So, I gotta say, just overall, I did enjoy the movie. I thought it was cool. There are a few things I didn't like, and I'll talk about those in a second here. But don't take these to mean that any of these things ruined the whole movie for me. One of them is kind of large, but I'll get to that one at the end. But I think, as much as I talked about the world and liking the world that they built, I think that the world was almost oversaturated with Pokemon. It kind of felt like they were trying to be cool by putting Pokemon and Pokemon references everywhere. Even though this is a world of Pokemon and Pokemon references would probably be everywhere, it was kind of strange, how much Pokemon was just everywhere. Like, I think Tim's bedroom in his father's house had like 4 Pokemon posters. Maybe you only needed to have 2, and maybe there could have been a reference to something else in that room other than Pokemon. But and then like when you're walking down the street, there's like 600 Pokemon in the shot. Props to the graphics effects team, but my God, that's a lot. And I just felt like it was, you know how like there's a movie that tries to be cool by putting like a cool gamer reference in their movie or something like that. I felt like they were doing that with Pokemon in this movie. But again, I don't think it was bad. It was just something that, I thought it could have been toned down a little bit, and I would have appreciated it more if it was a little bit more subtle. But it was just really, they were really in your face about showing as many Pokemon as possible. I don't think we had enough time in the world. I think that we got to see Tim ride a train from his hometown to you know, I don't remember the name of the city, I'll be honest with you, but we got to see Tim ride the train, and that kind of giving you an idea of how big the world might be, but we really didn't get a chance to see exactly how big the world was. And the world just seems small because they got from one place to another rather quickly. However, spending more time on the travel would have made the movie a lot longer. I think they could have done something with that to really showcase a bond between Tim and Lucy, because I felt like there really wasn't anything there. They barely knew each other, and she really didn't even seem interested in talking to him that much. But I'll talk about Lucy in a second. I just felt like the world itself was just a little bit smaller than it could have been. So, one of the other things that I didn't like, minor things before I talk about Lucy, was there's a line in the movie where like these giant Torterra are standing up, and that was kind of cool. Like it was kind of cool, but I mean they're huge Torterras, right? But there's a line in the movie from Pikachu where he says, something about climate change, and I thought that was just such an out of place line because these characters are not on Earth. Like, I'm not denying climate change. I think it's real. I think it is happening, and that humans probably don't have that much time left on Earth. Stephen Hawking himself said that humans only have about 100 years left, and I believe him. If we don't make changes now, but I think that this is not Earth. Like, this world is not Earth. So for me, I don't feel like I don't feel like that line made any sense for that world, because they may not even use gas in that world. We don't know. They may not do anything that emits greenhouse gases in that world, contributing to climate change. So I thought that line was just odd for me, but it didn't have to be in the movie, basically, is what I'm saying. And then I'll talk about Lucy now, but I do want to say I have a disclaimer here. I'm fighting this Richter, and I lose to this Richter, but I kept it in because why not? I just want to say as a disclaimer, I should have beat him, but I think there's a moment where he's coming down off the ledge, and I would have had a super awesome edge guard, but there was a huge lag spike, and I couldn't do anything. I'll probably call it out in a second, because there won't be a lag spike on the replay, but it was a huge lag spike. I literally couldn't jump. But anyway, let's talk about Lucy. I think the actress playing her was awesome. I think she did a really good job of playing this young girl who's very ambitious about being a reporter. I didn't really believe her as a reporter, but I think that she's just kind of a naive young girl who wants to be a reporter. And I think that she did a great job of portraying that. And at the end of the day, she had the scoop, so she did what she could. But like right here is the lag spike, by the way. I almost edge guarded him, but I couldn't. But I felt like she didn't really have like she didn't have that, like, I don't know how to explain it. Let me think it over. But there was just something missing. I feel like it was like she didn't. I don't know. I don't know how to explain the level of acting that she did. And it's a different world, so I get that. It's not necessarily something that like I should understand. Like, maybe somebody is that ambitious in that world and it works out for them most of the time. But one thing I didn't like about her character, and not her character, but the way that she was written into the story, is I felt like she didn't really belong in that story. I felt like she was kind of like, I felt like the story was written around Tim and Pikachu finding out what's going on in this world, right? And that was the whole story. But then someone came along and said, the story needs a girl. Needs a girl love interest. And then she was put into the movie because her role could have been facilitated by anybody. It didn't have to be Lucy. It didn't have to be anybody. You know, she literally only existed. She literally only existed to get Tim from one place to another and give him access to places that his character wouldn't normally try to get into. But I don't think she was a bad character. I just think that the story just needed someone to be whatever they needed at the time, and that's what she ended up becoming. But I like the character as far as that goes. She was very headstrong and very. At times she was a little annoying, but I think that she was cool. She was definitely cool. But that's basically it. That's basically everything I thought about Detective Pikachu. I think overall it's a good movie. If I had to give it a rating, I would say it's probably like a 6.5 or a 7. It's kind of right in line with the Sonic movie, but I think I like the Sonic movie a little bit better. I wouldn't even say much better, just a little bit better. So I can't remember what I gave Sonic, but if I gave Sonic a 7, this movie is probably a 6.5, or I'm sorry, 6.75 or something like that. It's not much worse. To me, it was much better than Mortal Kombat. I'll say that. But I don't know. Let me know what you think about the movie in the comments below, and if I said anything that you agree with or disagree with, that's cool too. Just don't be a dick in the comments. And that Greninja that I fought, by the way, after I beat him, he was at 2.9 million GSP. Legitimately, I couldn't make that up. He was at 2.9 million. I think he was in the 3 millions when I first fought him. And the reason we did replays was because every single person I fought was being super tryhard. I wish I could prove it to you, but I have a couple of videos saved, but oh my god, it was annoying. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Hit like and subscribe. I'll come back with more videos like this, and we'll do like a weekly Smash thing, but we're going to start doing Pokemon trading card game content very soon. So we've already got a bunch of packs opened up on the channel, and we're going to open up some more packs for the digital game very soon. So check me out for that. In the meantime, thanks again for watching. Take care of yourself, take care of each other. My name is Blaze, and I'll catch you on the flippity flip.